It's just me up here. Cheers.
Yeah, we'll start with you, Luke.
Do I take that? Yeah.
Don't need a translator for this one, Eddie.
Go
on. 3 successive Champions League wins. Was that that performance a sort of sign of your growing maturity at this level, do you think?
Yeah, I think they're all very, very difficult games, and I think today we navigated that one really well, especially after the weekend. It was important. We responded mentally, and our psychology was really good, and I thought we were in a good place today in that respect. I think it was our best performance, but it was good enough, and as you say, 3 wins in a row, some strong performances at home, and we're in a good position.
Can we just talk about Dan Burns' header as well? Haven't seen many better at this stadium.
No, it was an incredible header from Dan. I mean, I'd like to see it again to see actually how far out he was. I mean, I was right behind it, I had a great view. It looked in from the minute he struck it, and it was a well-worked routine, so well done to everyone involved in that. And similar feeling for me for the cup final in a sense that it's a strong header from distance and it's had the power and the direction to go in, so a brilliant moment for him.
Thank you. We've got Damien down the front here, please, and then along to George.
Just on the header, Eddie, is it better than the cup final one?
Probably technically it is, but I don't think anything. I'll say that I don't want to put that on Dan, but it'd be very difficult for him to do something as magical and as memorable as that again. But that, in terms of a technical header, that was an incredible finish. It was a really well worked routine, as I say, a really good ball in. We need to score more from set plays. Hopefully, that's a really positive start for us.
Last year, 11 points was enough to get into the top 24. You've got 9 now. Does that give you a platform to go and attack these next 2 away games?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at the fixtures, we're always aware that these home games are really important for us, and that puts sort of an added pressure on us. Now we go away from home, and of course we've had our troubles in the Premier League away from home, but we look forward to these games. I think they're an amazing thing, and Marseille will be really great experience for everybody, a tough ground to go to. We're looking forward to that. Certainly better going there with 9 points behind us.
George.
Hi, Eddie. How kind of frustrating is it for you that yesterday and at the weekend we're sort of picking over a really poor performance, and then tonight we're picking over a really good performance?
Yeah, I think it's you know, I think when you go back and look at our time, we've been pretty consistent through the seasons. Of course, you have dips throughout it. We want to make sure that we don't become that team that's yo-yoing in terms of attitude or intensity or delivery of performances. We really want that identity to be clear in how we play, regardless of where we play. And I know the players are frustrated as well, so I don't think it's from a lack of effort. I think the effort and the will to do well is there. Now we have to harness that and use the pain from West Ham for our next Premier League game, and I think it's another opportunity for us to come out of that spell.
When I was a kid, which was a long time ago, there was a concept that teams could be cup teams, that clubs could be a cup team. Is that something that you would not want your team to be recognised for?
No, we don't want to become sort of associated with that tag, because I don't think it's a healthy one for us. We want to be a team that delivers consistently, is strong in every respect mentally, because I think if you're just able to lift yourselves for certain moments, that you never know when that side of your game is going to show, the negative side, and we can't become associated with that.
Kieran at the front, and then Lee Ryder at the back, please.
Hi, it's 5 home wins in a row. Can you kind of get your head around, you know, at the time the away form's suffering, it's happening at home? Is that frustrating in a way?
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar answer to the previous question. It's hugely frustrating because I think we have a style of play and a method of play that works, that is really effective. For whatever reason, I don't think it's our style. It's probably a combination of factors. We've not been winning the games away from home that we should have done, and now we're sort of caught in that trap where it's becoming a topic of conversation, and we're probably becoming more aware of it. I don't think I really want to focus on the home and away debate. I think it's about playing a game of football and delivering a good performance regardless of where we play. So the only way we can sort of answer those questions is to perform and actually do the business.
Dan Burn yesterday said you need more housery, needed to be more ugly. Do you think that's the key away going forward, particularly at Brentford on Sunday?
I think it's a mixture of everything. Yes, possibly we need a bit of that back into our games. I think we certainly had it in previous games. But you need a bit of everything. You need the quality, you need the composure, you need the delivery. Most importantly, I think whenever you play away from home, you need the mindset.
Thank you. Lee at the back.
Eddie, have you got any details on Anthony Gordon's injury?
No, I've not spoke to him, and I haven't really had a full rundown from the medical team. It seems like sort of reoccurrence of his hip injury that it's been plaguing him in recent weeks. So we'll assess that and see what damage is done.
Is that the injury that he initially got playing for England back in March?
I don't know. I'd have to find out. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And just have you discovered anything new about the team that you can take to Brentford and try and flick the switch away from home in the Premier League from tonight?
I don't think I've discovered anything new. I think we've got some very, very good players. I think we've got a squad full of good attitudes that want to do well and want to win. As I said, I don't see an issue in terms of will and desire, but we've got to try and put it together. And that's only going to come from really intense focus on this game coming up and a really good delivery of our plan.
Thank you. We'll go Keith on the row in front, and then Dom, Mark, and then Martin, please, on this side.
Eddie Bruno's just said next door there that he felt like he had 10 kilograms on his back tonight due to the illness that he's been suffering. But no surprise yet again, he plays through the pain barrier, if you like, and does it for the team.
He wasn't saying that to me this morning. He said he was feeling. He said he was feeling $1 million this morning. So that's news to me. No, I think in all seriousness, his character is undoubted. His will to play is so strong. So I did have a detailed talk with him today, and he assured me that he would be fit to produce a performance that the team needed, while probably acknowledging that he wasn't at 100% fitness. That's why we withdrew him when we did, to try and protect him. But I think we lost a little bit when he came off the pitch, speaking honestly, and that's how important he is to us. I thought he performed very well.
Thank you. We've got Dom, Mark, and then Martin on this side.
Hi Eddie, just on Lewis Hall, was it always your plan to give him minutes tonight, and how did you feel he fared once he came on?
Yeah, it was my plan to try and give him minutes. I can never make that guarantee, but it was in my mind to use him today. It was in my mind not to use him at West Ham because he'd only had one training session and he's worked so hard to get back. We don't want to lose him now, having done all the hard work. So I thought it was the right time to introduce him. I thought he played very well. I was really pleased with him. We still have to have a level of caution to how much he can play at the moment, but positive steps for him, and trying to find his rhythm again and all the pitch dimensions and the geography that he needs to produce his best performances.
And what exactly happened with William Asula? Because he arrived, team news announced, and then all of a sudden he's ruled out.
Yeah, we've just been in discussions with him at length about his ankle in the last few days, as to whether he's fit enough to actually perform to the level that we need and that he's comfortable with. And after a discussion, we felt it was best to withdraw him and try and get his ankle 100% right.
Thank you. Mark on the row in front.
Eddie, great header in the first half, but an equally important one in the second. How pleased were you to get that second goal so quickly in the second half?
Yeah, we needed it. I think it was a big moment for us because just after half-time, it was a really good second half performance from us for the first probably 20 minutes of that second half. That was a really good display, and that was us at our very best. Coincided with a good goal for Joe. Really pleased with the move and the finish. Need more goals from midfield, from our wide players. Need more productivity, so that was good to see.
Malik Thiaw is quickly becoming a very impressive footballer. What have you made of his start to life at Newcastle?
Very, very good. Very strong tonight. I thought he and Sven both played very well today, and they needed to because there was moments that they were tested, and Nick made a couple of really good saves as well. So I think it was a better defensive performance from us than at the weekend. And Malik, yeah, I think he's settled in really quickly. I think he's looked at home with our style of play and what we're asking him to do. Top delivery from him.
Martin, just to wrap up, please.
Okay, hi Eddie. I think it's 4 years ago yesterday since you agreed to take over at the club. Could you have foreseen 4 years on being on the same points in the Champions League as Real Madrid, PSG and Liverpool?
Yeah, that sounds nice, doesn't it? That does sound good. From the minute we walked in, I wouldn't have predicted that 4 years later. Probably wouldn't have predicted that I'd still been sat in the seat 4 years later, as much as I'd have hoped that I would be. With the volatility in the game, there's no guarantee to anything. So very, very proud to still be in this position and to be managing the team going forward. But there is a flip side of that. Obviously, we've got work to do in the Premier League, and we're well aware that we've got a big task ahead of us.
And last one, how great is the will from you and your staff to get into the knockout stage of the Champions League for the first time?
Yeah, it's a big prize for us, and our eyes are very much on it. And I want the players to be feeling the same. You know, we said at the start of the Champions League campaign we didn't want to have that feeling. We were just pleased to be in the competition. It's serious. We want to progress. We've put ourselves in a stronger position now to do that after the first defeat, but there's still many challenges ahead.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you all.
Cheers, Eddie.
Thanks.